Oh, 2016. Let's talk about 2016. So it's 2026 now, and people are just we've been dick riding 2016. I have too. I'm not even gonna lie. We've been dick riding 2016 since 2016. All right. So we got to watch some videos of why people think 2016 was so great. All right. Why 2016 was so great. Here's one about music. But I think personally think that's why it was so great was because of the music. We had bangers back to back. Rihanna, Kanye,
All right, so since the whole internet is stuck in the time machine,
Rihanna, Kanye. Who else? What's his name? Blonde, Frank Ocean, Ariana Grande. I don't know. I only fuck with her, my girlfriend. Ariana Grande, Drake, Views. People say it's his best album. I don't think so, but it's still a fire album. That's the main reason 2016 was so great for us. Let's watch this video real quick. Oops. Get out of here.
and going back to the year of 2016, let's talk about how it was one of the best years of music also. This year was stacked with stuff. Can we go back? Please. This was the last time Rihanna cared about us before she became the Avon lady.
Rihanna
oh my
ain't
God.
dropped the album.
Anti was a flawless
Rihanna ain't dropped the album.
10 out of 10, a classic.
Damn it, pause. Rihanna ain't dropped the album since 2016. Crazy.
Had us in the chokehold. Her and Drake had us winding our hips all year. 2016 is also when Drake released Views, and this man was in his prime at this.
What did DJ Academic say? My top 5 favorite rappers: Drake, 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 Drake. Come on, man. That was a good year for him, too.
Rihanna had the club.
That was a good year for everybody, or a lot of people.
One Dance and Controller, the DJs were going and we were sweating, okay? And Views is one of Drake's best albums. I always say, when he was in that tape chair, nothing was the same. Views era, nobody could touch
Views
him.
is good.
In 2016, Kanye dropped The Life of Pablo, which had us all in the chokehold also. I loved Ultralight Beam. Now,
Life of Pablo was, this is another year. 2016 was so great. Life of Pablo was when Kanye could actually still rap. Life of Pablo was like the end of it. Like you could hear him falling off in that album, but it was still fucking great. Fire.
That was one of my favorite songs that year. In 2016, Beyonce got us in formation. She dropped Lemonade, the visual album. Insane. Every girl had the lemonade braids. Every girl wanted to pick up a bat and beat up a car. Like, hold on, y'all was real violent in 2016. Real violent. Solange also dropped A Seat at the Table in 2016, and seeing her artistry here in 2016 was really dope. And y'all already know what song had the word in the chokehold. And it's like cranes in the sky. Love that song. The album in 2016 tore us up. This whole era was genius to me. Bruno Mars was already Bruno Mars, but 24 Karat Magic really solidified that man was really that guy. Ariana Grande came with Dangerous to You, Be Alright, Side to Side.
2016 was just bangers on bangers on bangers.
Right back into hiding. Boo, tomato, tomato. His favorite game to play is hide and go seek. Like, peekaboo, can you come back, please? The hide and go seek champ. Is you on that island with Tupac? Come on out of hiding. But no, I love Frank. I love Blonde. Love Channel Orange. Love Frank. The Weeknd dropped Starboy in 2016, and I love Starboy, but my favorite song from this album is I Feel It Coming. I love
8 out of 10 album.
Also, Future had that song called Low Life featuring The Weeknd that everybody loved too. Chance the Rapper dropped Coloring Book in 2016 too, and this was a really good album. One of his biggest songs off this album was You Don't Want No Problem with Me.
Great fucking album, but after that, Chance, you gotta hop back on the acid, man. I'm not gonna lie, it ain't been the same ever since. You know, you gotta hop back on the that sugar booger, that booger sugar, something, man. We need some more heat from you.
Everywhere. Song was everywhere. Other hit songs that year was Black Beatles by Ray Sherman. That girl is a real crowd pleaser. That was a hit. Also, Black Beatles was the main song for the Mannequin Challenge, which took over 2016. Another hit song that year was Timmy Turner by Designer. Timmy Turner. He been wishing for a burner to kill everybody walking. That song had us in the chokehold. I don't know why, but it did. Another song that year was Redbone by Childish Gambino. Had us in the chokehold. Stay woke. Another hit song that year was Broccoli by Dream and Lil Yachty. I love that song. Pillow Talk by Zion was another big hit in 2016. Can't Stop the Feeling, Justin Timberlake had 2016 in the chokehold. I'm All the Way Up, Remy Ma and Fat Joe. Adele and Justin Bieber dropped in 2015, but they dropped in November, so there's some albums. And that was everywhere too. Ooh, the lover, crunk. I love y'all. See y'all soon.
I'm telling you, man, it was the music. It was the music. The music shapes how we feel about the year, man. Here go another video. The music shapes how we feel about the year, puts us in a good mood. And now's the end of fucking recession music. When music used to talk about being in the club, you ain't got no money in your pocket, but you in the club and you finna buy all the homies a drink. They don't make music like that no more. Or music with the synths, or it sounds like a pop song, but it's really like a hip hop song. They don't make music like that anymore. The era is over. Shout out to 2016. All right. Big shout out to 2016. They're saying 2026 might be the new 2016. Fetty Wap just got out of jail. They said it's feeling like 2016. Nothing else has really happened after that. But we still got time. I feel like a lot of bangers are gonna come out this year. I hope so. And we might able to not relive, but get that feeling back, which I doubt will happen if I'm being honest. I doubt it'll happen. But yeah, everyone on the internet is talking about it's 2016 again. Post your pictures from 2016 where people used to have the Snapchat filters with the dog face, with the dog licking and the dog ears. And the what's the other Snapchat filter with the rose on your head? Good times, man. But I don't think it'll happen again. I think it's done. All right. Keep those memories where they are. Create new ones. But it is what it is. What else? What else is there to talk about? They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Oh, we could talk about Kai. Let's talk about Kai Cenat. People are saying he's being performative. Performative with he's trying to get into fashion, trying to read more so he could speak more, which makes sense, but doesn't. All right.
Build a website you love with Wix.
All right, he dropped hold up. So yeah, some background. After the streaming award was after his Mafia-thon. Went on a streaming award, he was just like, hey, I'm chilling on the streaming stuff for now. I kind of want to get into fashion, kind of want to get into acting, do different things. And then like a month or two later, he drops a video on his channel saying he had a secret channel where he's been uploading it. He's only been uploading to it for like 2 weeks or like a month now, but yeah. But yeah, on the channel, he's doing different stuff. He's reading, working out, exercising. People are clowning him. I applaud him for, trying to better himself, especially with the reading part. But my issue is, let's look at the video, and I'll tell y'all what my issue is.
I am currently more than frustrated because I have been sitting here reading for the last hour of my life. It is currently December 27th. Laptop. Whether we habits are
Listen to how he reads.
all about associations. These associations determine whether we predict a habit to be worth repeating or not. We're covered in our discussion of the first law. Your brain is continually absorbing information and noticing cues in the environment. Every time you perceive a cue, your brain runs a simulation and makes a prediction about what to do in the next moment. Cue. You notice that the stove is hot. Prediction. If I touch it, I'll get burned.
See, this one sounds fine. But it's like, I don't want to be a dickhead, but it's like, it seemed like he got worse at reading. Wait.
For some reason, I literally the comparison. Interestingly, the motivational presentation given to the second group seemed to have no meaningful impact on behavior, but 91% of the third group exercise at least once per week, more than double the normal rate. The sentence The sentence they filled out is the researchers refer to an implementation intention, which is a plan to make beforehand about when and where to act. This is how you intend to implement particular habit. The cues that can trigger a habit come in a wide range.
See, he's reading, but he's not bad at reading, but is he understanding what he's reading? That's my issue with it. Is he actually understanding what he's reading? Because it doesn't seem like it. He seems like he's just reading. And I saw, I wish I saved the post. I saw on Twitter someone saying, well, if you're reading to talk better, then you don't need to understand what you're reading, which makes no fucking sense. Because you have to understand the words you're using, where they go, where they belong, how to use them, when to say them. If you don't understand that, how can you become a better talker? All right. You have to understand words, where they go, when they come in, where they belong, things like that. Because if you don't understand them, like what are you using the words for? You're just using them randomly. But you can't do that because words come in certain order. You have to use them at a certain time. You just can't know words and just use them. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm not making sense right now.
Range of forms. The feel of your phone buzzing in your pocket, the smell of chocolate chip cookies, and the sound of ambulance sirens. But the most common cues are time and location. Implementation intentions leverage both.
And also he's not using punctuation marks. I know there's punctuation marks in that book. Like there's periods, commas, stuff like that where you need to pause. But he doesn't do that. He just keeps going. All right. And I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I'm just saying you got to be more efficient, my boy. You got to be more efficient. All right. You're just reading. You're not learning anything. Just reading for the sake of reading.
Both these cues. Broadly speaking, the format for creating the implementation intention is when situations X rises, I will perform response Y. Hundreds of studies have shown that implementation intentions are effective for sticking to our.
You gotta read with intention. You just can't speed read. You gotta know what you're reading. One thing he does do is if he doesn't know what a word means, I think he doesn't understand a lot of what he's reading. But I think he knows if he's heard the word before, he probably knows what it means. But if he sees a word, he doesn't know what it means, he does Google it. So I like that. That's like he's trying. So I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm not gonna laugh at him because he's actually trying. So you can't laugh at that. You honestly can't laugh at that. If you laugh at that, you're a dickhead.
I'm reading to help myself speak better. I'm setting 15 minutes on the clock. It is currently January 9th. You're not as productive now, have lost your edge, or are lazier. But this couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that we are most productive when we are working in a state of non-thinking. We are more effective, have better ideas, experience less resistance and stress, and don't.
Yeah, I really believe that's what he's doing. Just reading words, not a single piece of info retained. And then, there's people who would, when you have fans that are going to defend you no matter what. He reads more than you, and that's obvious. Don't act like you know his work ethic when he's actually putting effort. Give the man his credit and move on because he's doing more than most people ever will. And then he responds, bro, I read books. I read a lot of books. Difference is actually read them. Kai just looked at words and say them. He's performative loser who hasn't changed at all. You're also parasocial. Parasocial part, yeah. Calling Kai a loser, I don't know. Because he's actually trying. He might be performing, but to me it seems like he's actually trying. So I'm not going to hate on that. Oh, reader in the chat. I can't say he's performative. Now, when it comes to the fashion stuff, I don't know. I can't find the video, but I saw a video of Bruce drop him off saying, because Kai in his video, he said he's always been into fashion and once against fashion. And then Bruce dropped him off, said, what did he say? He was like, Kai, you're not into fashion. You're not into this shit. I used to do and eat. I wouldn't eat just so I could get this t-shirt from da-da-da-da-da. Which kind of makes sense. Hold on, let me see if I can find a video.
next generation of quality from Tacoma
Damn.
is here. Optimized for forgiveness.
I ain't got
reimagined
YouTube
for
Premium.
precision,
I be getting
and designed
ads.
ideally
My bad, y'all.
Well, I can see. And and trying to, you know, money grab. I want to build this community. You have to know who you are.
Hey, you don't say something is a money grab unless you're planning to grab some money from it. You dig? You ain't even had to bring that up.
No, he didn't.
No, I'm dissecting that shit. What you mean ain't no money grab? Of 2026, you make everything $0, $2 shipping.
On to something else, and that is.
Want to know for real, for real?
Now we know Bruce and Kai Cenat.
Thing anybody tells me,
It's probably a lot.
he doesn't get sturdy one time in this video. I kid you.
Bruce was just clowning him the whole video.
Fashion designer.
In them grill streets, twin.
Oh, this
Like,
part
what
right
clothes
here.
did-
This part.
Clothes did for me. You was not in them grill streets, twin. What clothes did for you, bruh? Nah, bro, I gotta say something, cause clothes really done did some. Clothes really done did some shit, bro. What clothes done did for you, bro? What clothes ain't? Yo, bro, nah, bro, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Or the number 9 Mickey, you feel me? Meal? The $36 DoorDash meal. Don't get me started. Yo, because sometimes it was between the $36 DoorDash meal or the number 9 Mickey. You feel me?
If you're a Kai Cenat fan, then you probably don't agree with nothing Bruce is talking.
I agree with Bruce on that point just because I knew niggas who were into the shoe game. Like niggas would not eat just to get a pair of shoes. They'll be late on their rent just to get a pair of shoes. Things like that. And also you could just tell when someone has always been into something. Kai didn't seem like he was really into fashion until he started making money. Until the whole Twitch started blowing up. If we're keeping it a bean, I don't know Kai personally. Never met the dude, never met the man. But off of what I've seen, you could kind of tell when someone is into something. You could kind of tell. Maybe he got into it when he blew up. He started streaming, started becoming famous. AMP. Maybe that's when. But I feel like Bruce is kind of right. This is new to you. This is new to Kai. All right. But that don't mean you should hate on him though. If that's what he wants to do, he wants to do. And then Academics said, Academics told, he said, let me find. He said Kai Cenat is trying to be like, you know, trying to do the whole Kanye West vibes. Because, you know, Kanye did his thing in music. While he was in music, he was trying to get into fashion. And then he told him, you gotta stick with what you started, man. You just can't abandon. He gave him some good advice. People don't like Academics. I fuck with him. He gave him some good advice to me personally.
All right.
Thinking in my head.
This year I thought was going to be tough for him, and it was. I know it. The thing with desktop streaming, as popular as you have been, niggas think that Hollywood got to you. Like niggas did something. You became a streamer, you want to pursue other passions as well. Passions is what's going to get up a... Just go to where the lake is, where nobody's around, and bring the video camera. It's not that. Like, I'm watching this video, I'm like, bro, like, ain't none of this a complex. There's really different visions and passions that maybe your fans is... Because what people are going to start to do, they're going to think that your success is now really different visions and passions that maybe your fans just want to see you stream all day.
Yes.
You want to do a few different things. That's cool. Like, I'm watching this video, I'm like, bro, like, ain't none of this a complex. There's never a time a nigga's sitting here. There's never a time niggas say, yo, let's go to where the lake is, where nobody's around, and bring the video camera. It's not that. And I'm only telling him because I know he's trying to be creative. I'm telling him this because to a certain point, the fans will rock with you, but they'll get lost.
Yes, I agree. That's why people are saying Kai's being performative, because it just seems like a lot. Like, if he just announced this on his stream, he would have been fine. They would have been like, okay, cool, that's what you want to do, cool. You didn't have to make this like super creative video. Like it was just unnecessary. But I don't want to sound like a hater. I'm just speaking my mind.
And then they'll think that you do this.
Much I truly
Like, don't be too complicated. Don't try to do the Kanye like where it seems like you're. Even though I do think Kanye's like sincere about this shit.
If you want to see it all,
I
his
told
car
y'all I
could
ain't
go
got
the distance.
YouTube
The
Premium.
Subaru
But yeah, like he was saying, don't make it complicated, man.
Too complicated.
In the 19th century, Louis Vuitton was born and raised in Anjou, France, to a farmer and hat maker. Starting from a young age, Louis had no choice but to work on the family farm. From dusk to dawn, he planted and harvested crops, raised the animals, and stockpiled.
I get it. He's into fashion. That's clearly what he's telling us. Let me tell you this. Fashion is one of the last places that's still gate kept.
And the academics tells him about how hard it is to try to get into fashion. No, I don't think he's hating. He just being real with Kai, but yeah, man, it just seems all of it seems a little performative. I feel like the reading, if he wanted to just be better at reading, better at speaking, that's something he should have kept to himself. And I don't mean that in a dickhead kind of way. I mean more so things like that should be kept. Hey, I want to, because it's not only going to be better him for whenever he wants to get into movies, acting, all this other stuff, but just everyday life. Just everyday life. That'll improve your everyday life. You could speak better. You could think better. You know more words, things like that. Just everyday conversations. It would just be better for you. There was no need for you to, I'm going to get on camera every day and read for 30 minutes. No, just do it. Just do it. Because when you start doing that, it seems performative.
Everything you think you are, carry on.
the confidence in
Wines is world. You're a.
And then academics goes into this whole thing of how LVMH owns like everything. It's crazy. I didn't even know. Damn niggas own everything. They own a lot of shit. Like the big brand shit. I didn't know that. Go watch that video. It's very interesting.
is over. Voices in your head saying you might not be able to do it.
Well, first things first, you cannot let your mental take over. Some people are strong, some people are weak. When the voice is in your head.
To get there.
Bruce dropped him off, was like, hey, Kai, where the sweatshop at? You not making that shit yourself? Where the sweatshop at? Oh, that shit was hilarious.
What? Comes people.
I ain't gonna lie. Watching this, I'm like, this is why Kanye West the GOAT, man. Cause yo, everybody on this fashion shit, man. I think Kanye really, yeah, you the GOAT, man. Yo.
Facts.
Kai, man, good luck.
Facts.
You should chase your passions in life.
I thought his Bluetooth turned off.
But always remember, like, and I say to even Ye, I know you might have passions of being the greatest clothing, designer or whatever. But just remember what people picked you for.
That part, what people picked you for. Kai can't leave streaming because people picked him for streaming. That's why Kanye still makes music to this day. But I generally believe Kanye just likes making music. That's just a part of him. He cannot stop doing that. That's why he makes music to this day. Even though his fashion brand and his clothing is like super big and he could just stop making music forever. Like Rihanna. Rihanna ain't dropping no music ever since her makeup thing. But Kanye can't do that because the music is in him. He loves making music. Kai, I don't know if he'll stop streaming because he didn't legit say he's going to stop streaming. He said in his video, the I Quit video, he was more saying like, I quit being scared. I'm just going to do what I want. I don't think he'll stop streaming. He can't. He has to keep streaming because that's why, like academics just said, that's why they chose you. You can't abandon what made you who you are, basically. All right.
If you started out trying to do fashion or clothing, probably would be working at Walmart. As long as you remember that, you can still chase other passions. Never neglect what people picture for. You're the greatest streamer of all time, Kai Cenat. You can still chase your dreams, but they picture you to be the greatest streamer of all time. What you do with that is up to you.
Facts. That's all I was saying. It was some good advice, man. It was good advice.
It's hard, but yo, this dude is giving his entire life to his audience. If he feels like he's living by trying to do some fashion stuff, whether he's successful or not, I think his fans should support him, and I support him.
But I don't think. See, the thing is, I agree with what Academics just said, but the thing is, it just seems performative. That's the problem. That's people's problem. It just seems performative. It doesn't seem legit. It doesn't seem genuine. Like Kanye been in the fashion before Kanye even blew up, before he got into the music. He was wearing the pink polos. He was wearing the Louis Vuitton, all this stuff while everybody was wearing jerseys. Like, you saw it in him. Just like Academics, though. I wish him the best, but it does look performative. All right.